anybody? Is there anybody there? Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it's Tuesday again. Where did the last 2 weeks go? Well, I'll tell you where. They absolutely flew. So who's out there? Is there anybody there that's going to say hello to me? I just want you to say a quick hello in the comments so I know that I'm talking to somebody and not just the spirit world. Tonight's going to be a very exciting class, but I need your full attention because we're talking about the mystical, the wonderful, the amazing crystal balls. Hey, David West. Hello, David. You were with me 2 weeks ago, weren't you? I remember your Mount of Venus. I remember your Mount of Venus. How are you? Have you been doing any palmistry? Who else is with us tonight? Have you had snow? That's the big question. Because it's been snowing everywhere except Stoke-on-Trent. Apparently the whole of the UK has had snow except Stoke-on-Trent. We've had about 3 flakes. So who else has had snow? Tell me, talk to me. It's nice to see you all. Ah, Susie Angel, Miss Dreamcatcher. I'm pleased you're going to guide me tonight. Avril, hello. Avril is joining us all the way from Jersey. Yes, she is, from sunny Jersey. Who's been there? It's an amazing place. Hello, Val. Vanessa. It's my lovely sister, Vanessa. Hiya, Vanessa. No snow in Jersey, Avril. No snow in Britain. Apparently it's everywhere except for Stoke-on-Trent. I don't know why. So we've got Avril, we've got Vanessa. Dave was indeed, you enjoyed it, did you? I'm pleased you've enjoyed it. Well, tonight is a little bit of a continuation of 2 weeks ago. Oh, I've just seen there's 11 people. 11 is a very special number. We are going to be doing a little bit about numbers a little bit later for the analytical minds out there. Okay. You've had, Miss Dreamcatcher's had a covering. You've had a covering of snow. It's not a lot, is it? I wanted nice, thick snow. I thought I'm going to be snowed in tonight. I'm going to have to make this class last for like hours because I'm going to be snowed in. But sadly, no snow. So you've got 1 hour. We're going to cram so much in tonight. I can't tell you how much we're going to be cramming in. We're going to be going through all different methods of divination. Well, 3 more methods. But who did the last class? I know that there was a few of you there. You were doing about palmistry, weren't we? About what's, the hands say so much about you, about your personality, about your future. And can you remember which hand it is you're supposed to read? Who can remember? Was it the left hand? Was it the right hand? Hiya, Nikki. You show me the right hand there, and that is actually correct. So I don't know if that was a fluke or you are showing me your right hand. That's right, Nikki. It was the right hand. So let's get down to business, shall we? What are we going to be talking about tonight? Let's see, shall we? Divination. It's all about the power of divination. In the fortune telling world, when it comes to psychic tools, that is how we connect with our higher self and connect with the sitters as such. So divination, the ancient practice of gaining insight into the future by supernatural means. I love supernatural means. And there's so many different methods, there's so many, I mean, there's too many to count. There's over 100, well over 100 different ways of actually connecting with the higher self. So these are just a few of them. I know last week we did palmistry and the methods of divination. We did the tarot cards, didn't we? So we've got the tea leaves. We did the tea leaves last week, the dowsing pendulum. The witch doctor's bones, my favorite. Spirit boards, runes, oracle cards, playing cards. There's so many different ways of doing it. Tonight, we're going to be concentrating on the crystal ball and the I Ching and numerology. Now, when it comes to any different types of methods, they're all good. I mean, each method always says that it's their favorite, you know, that's the best method is to use this one. But I always find they're all good in the self. It depends who you are, who you're sitting with. But when it comes to the first subject, it's a very close to my heart. So tonight, the first subject is going to be crystal ball. And it's also called scrying, and its old-fashioned name is crystallomancy. So the art of gazing into a crystal ball, going beyond the physical eyes and allowing the higher self to open up, letting us see visions, symbols, and information. The earliest use of the crystal ball was recorded by the Druids and the Scottish Highlanders. Did you hear that, Avril McLaren? The Scottish Highlanders. They referred to them as stones of power. In the Middle Ages, crystal balls were considered as precious items that should be passed from one person to another after death. Apache medicine men would use clear quartz crystals to induce visions of the dead. Our ancestors relied on scrying as we rely on the internet because all the answers are there. Scrying can also be used with a bowl of water, a black mirror, or a candle flame. Now, when it comes to crystal balls, they're all different sizes, they all look different. I'll just show you this one. This one here was my very, 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 very first crystal ball when I was a child. It seemed huge in them days. I then moved up a notch to this size. I then went up a little bit bigger, which is still quite heavy to hold. And then the one I use at the moment is humongous. You know, as they say in Jaws, we need a bigger boat. Well, with me, we need a bigger table because it actually broke my table. It's huge. So this is a crystal ball. This is the best scrying tool ever. I do want to show you, this is the crystal ball, but I also want to talk to you a little bit, just a very little fraction of a bit, about a black scrying mirror, because I am going to be talking about black scrying mirrors later on in my little series, because that's more on the paranormal side. So I'm just going to get my little mirror for you and just show you there is a difference. So this is my black scrying mirror. You can see the computer. We can see the computer. This is my black scrying mirror, and it's amazing it's a window to the dead, basically. It's a window to the spirit world, and I use this when I do my paranormal investigations, because looking into a black mirror, I make these just to let you know, just to look into a black scrying mirror is a window to the spirit world, which is phenomenal, because it's your third eye basically projecting onto something. You need that tool, and that's a very safe way of doing it. So that's my black scrying mirror. The crystal ball is slightly different. When you're sitting with a sitter, I always say to them, put your hands over the ball to get your energy onto it. So I need your energy onto this. And then I'll sit there and then look into it to see what I see. And then that's the way of giving them reasons and readings. So let's see how the best way of doing it, the best way to scry. How to scry. Okay. So sit quietly and lightly gaze into the crystal ball. Don't stare into it. Just allow your gaze to be passive. This is called a passive seer. You may see what looks like swirling smoke appear, and then it will go all black. This is when images start to form. Allow the images to form slowly. You may see what looks like clouds floating up the crystal ball or floating down the crystal ball. With practice, you may see pictures forming, moving videos, or even faces of deceased loved ones. That's basically what you're looking for in the crystal ball. So when you first look into it, rather than looking right into it, all you're going to see is the other side of the crystal ball, because you're staring into it. So it's called passive seeing. So you literally would sit there, so sort of about there, and you just gaze lightly at the crystal ball, just lightly, and you'll start to see, I'm seeing images already. You'll start to see images in it. I always remember when I was a little girl, I passed my crystal ball to my mother, and she looked at it and she said, "Oh, I've just seen an eye. Oh, I don't know what I think of that." And she saw it, and it was showing her a third eye. She was seeing a symbol. Because what happens with the crystal ball is, it's not necessarily you're going to see a whole hi Shana, I'm glad you made it too. I'm very glad you made it. Thank you for joining. It's not just looking into the crystal ball, it's not just seeing photographs and videos of the person's life. It's symbolic, it's images, and images is the hardest thing, because you've got to then work them out. What do they mean to you? Why are you seeing these images? So what I see is, I'll hold the crystal ball, I glance into it, and I'll start to see swirling smoke. It's like somebody's in there smoking, swirling smoke all around the crystal ball. Then it will go black. Then it sort of parts like curtains. It's like a veil. It parts like curtains. And then within that realm, I'll then start to see images. You might see clouds. You might see clouds floating down all the way up. That's for the person's future. You might see clouds coming down. If the person's got, for an example, I did a reading this morning and I saw a beautiful golden key float down into the crystal ball. So that was telling me that this person was moving house. I knew that because it's between me, the crystal ball, and that person. So it's a connection, what you're building up. So a key might mean something else to somebody else doing a reading. But with me, it was just, so you can't really, there's books on scrying and there's books on different meanings, but the easiest way to do it is for what it means to you. So holding the ball, looking at the person, and then starting to see the images, and they will start to form. Now, don't be disheartened. A lot of people that try with the crystal ball, they don't say anything. So they'll say, "Oh, that's it, it's not for me, I can't do it." We can all do this. We can all use the crystal ball to see whatever it is that we need to see. Eventually, you could see loved ones, you could see your own life, but it's very difficult to see your own reading. It's more about other people. And once you start to see, you can't stop. You know that expression, "Oh, I can't unsee that now." Well, that's exactly what it is with the crystal ball. Once you start to read in a crystal ball, you can't unsee it. I had one customer that came into my healing room, and she was so worried because she kept seeing all this swirling lights in the crystal ball, and she said, "What's going on with the crystal ball? I can see all these swirling lights." And I said, "It's just your own sixth sense tuning into it. Nobody else would be able to see that swirling energy in these lights, but she could see it. She didn't want to use it though, sadly. But some people that do want to use it, it's a great tool. This is the best tool that you can have, I think. So I'm going to hold it up. Now, I know it's difficult because it's a camera here on, you could be doing this on your phone, so it's difficult, but I'm trying to put my hand behind it so you've got a bit of a base. Can you all see anything? Now, don't be embarrassed about what you see. You might say, "Oh God, I've just seen a wall or a house," but there might be a reason for that. Now, nobody's asked you to do a reading, so again, it's difficult, but just look into the ball, just gaze lightly, sit quietly, gaze lightly into the ball. Do you see anything? And also don't feel that you've got to comment if you don't. That's okay if you don't say anything, but you may see something. Sometimes you see pictures. You may see Teresa. Hello, Teresa. Thank you for joining me tonight. You see a bird. Okay. Now, when you see a bird, that could represent freedom. It could be an actual bird. It could represent the person wants to fly. It could be something significant to me. You know, you've seen a bird about flying, because it's like, it's as if you're doing a reading for me. So that's brilliant that you're doing that. Shauna, hi Shauna. You see clouds. Clouds are the most mystical, beautiful image to see in a crystal ball, because sometimes you see clouds down, up, going across, and sometimes you think it's just smoke. Clouds appear with different colors, but they all mean something. They all mean something. So if you're, that means you're a natural. I mean, everybody that's seen pictures at the moment, you've only just started looking in. We've been doing this for like 60 seconds, looking into the crystal ball, and you're seeing images, which is amazing. So whatever you're seeing means something. So clouds definitely mean something. The bird, flying, freedom, there's all different meanings for it. Nikki, is that an elephant? Just trying to see what that is. Is that an elephant? Are you seeing an elephant? Because it could represent a holiday, it could represent Africa, it could represent a safari. There's all sorts of reasons why you're seeing that. Jess, you see a powder blue Morris Minor. Wow, okay. That is very, very distinctive. So you could be getting one. You could meet someone with a powder blue Morris Minor. It depends. It's actually unbelievable. So what I'm going to do is, that's how you do it. That is it. You just literally look. You see the swirls, you see the colours, you see it start to form shapes. Shapes will start to appear. And then the more you look, the more you see. They are amazing. Crystal balls are amazing. I've had them all my life. I wouldn't go anywhere without them. I used to take them to school with me and get sent home and get told off because I got my crystal ball with me. I used to get pulled over at airports because I got my crystal ball in my bag and they wanted to know what it was. And I used to say, don't touch it. Oh, you've touched it. I'm going to have to give you a reading now. And I'd have to do readings for all the customs men because they've touched the crystal ball. You're trying, but you can't see anything from my palm. And that's understandable because the crystal ball isn't directly with you. So that's completely understandable, David. And I understand that. You know, you're looking through it. But when it comes to, you can relate, Shauna, can you? Yeah. When it comes to just gazing passively at the ball, you will start to see an image. You'll think, I don't know whether I just saw that. I think that's my imagination. I've just seen the circus. For some reason, I've just seen the circus in here. So there's reasons why you see things. Miss Dreamcatcher, you've had one for years and you just went cross-eyed. You can overly compensate when you're using a crystal ball. You can try too hard. Yes, David, trying too hard. Yeah, you can try too hard because you're looking into it and you're trying to look in as if it's a television, and inside you're trying to see what's inside it. Like this, and that isn't how you do it. It's just about passively glancing at it, gazing lightly. And you're supposed to do it at the same time every day, they say, and then you'll start to see images. Teresa, you have a crystal ball that you bought from a medium and moved to Scotland and you've not used it much. You should use it. Just get your crystal ball out. Put it out on a full moon to charge it. When you first buy a crystal ball, you're supposed to cover it in vinegar. I hate vinegar. But you're supposed to cover it in vinegar and wash it under the water with vinegar. I used salt water, vinegar. I used salt water and made it nice and clean and lovely and shiny. And then you sleep with it like you do. Like a person that you want to bond with. You sleep with it. You allow it to be in your aura, allow it to be in your auric field. and get to know it. Shana, you allow your mind to wander like a daydream. That is the perfect expression. That is what it's like, a daydream. You're looking into it, and it's like daydreaming, but it's no longer in your mind. You're looking at the crystal ball like a daydream, and they are the most accurate answers. And it's the first thing you see. If you start to look too hard, you'll see all sorts of things. It's just the first thing. So brilliant. You've all done brilliant with that. Honestly, you surprise yourself how well you've done with that. So I'm holding the crystal ball now. Who would like to ask me a question? And I'll see if we can get any answers in the crystal ball. Who's just said they didn't wash it? Wash it. David, wash it. Salt water, salt and vinegar. Imagine it's a bag of chips, salt and vinegar, wash it. Put it in the sunlight, put it in the moonlight. Allow it to get to know you. It will become part of your life. Teresa, it's your mother's funeral tomorrow. I'm so sorry about that. It's your mother's funeral tomorrow. I'm so sorry to hear that. I can send you some healing, you know. I can send some healing for the funeral tomorrow. Would you like to ask, does anyone like to ask a question? Now, I'm not going to see lottery numbers. So somebody out there was just thinking, give me the lottery numbers. Was it you, David West? I'll send you some healing, Teresa. I will send you some healing for the funeral. Nikki, can you meditate with it? You can, but that's really not it's what it's for. It's about visions of the future. Visions for it's about helping people. So this is this is like the all-seeing oracle. So it's to sit in front of somebody and literally read what visions that you're seeing. So it's fortune telling more than meditation. But you can, of course you can. Avril, will you get married soon? Why on earth would you want to do something so ridiculous as that? Let's have a look, shall we? Okay, I've just seen Australia in the crystal ball. And my feeling is that that's where you'll end up in your life, is Australia. Soon, not this year. So when you say soon, how long? I don't see a marriage this year, but I do see a big connection with Australia because it's showing me Australia. So an Australian or Australia. And I can see that's where your life is heading to. I know you're in Jersey. You're so lucky that you live in Jersey. But it's kind of looking like you might jump the ocean a little bit more. And I've got Australia. It's just showing me the map of Australia. Teresa, you want to see your future. Okay, well, there's a lot. That will be a whole hour to discuss that. But what I am seeing is a jewelry box. I've just seen a jewelry box. It's showing me a jewelry box. So there's some connection there to some jewelry, which is important in your life. I'm actually seeing money. I'm actually seeing coins fall down into the, see, that's how I see them. It comes as symbols. So they're falling down into the crystal ball. So if coins are falling down, they're coming to you. So there's money coming to you and there's a jewelry box somewhere. Check your jewelry box, Teresa. You'd be quite amazed with what you could have inside there. There's money coming to you and it's through jewelry and it's connected to a jewelry box. Nikki, you just wondered if it would help you to get used to. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, so by meditating with it, it's getting used to you. I just used to carry it everywhere, but the most important thing, I would actually cover it in a cloth, because my crystal balls always stay covered in a cloth, because the air around you. There's a lot of people around you. There's there could be negative people. You don't want energy, other people's energy, to get on there. So keep it safe, keep it covered, and bring it out whenever you want to, and let it get to know your aura. Just hold it with you. That's what you need to do, is hold it with you. Okay. Hiya, Gary. Good evening. Okay, everyone. So I think you've all done really well with the scrying, to be honest. I think you've all kind of got an idea of how to use it. All you've got to do now is practice, and the better it will become. Just use it, hold it, look at it, get to know it, and passive seer. So don't stare into it, else you will just see my palm or the cloth underneath. Jess, one more thing. Will you live abroad in the future? Yes. That was a very simple yes. I don't usually do a yes or no with crystal balls, but that was just a very simple yes. Yeah, you will. Simple as that. Mum's got a lot of costume jewellery. Maybe there's something in there. Well, Teresa, have a little look, because it showed me a beautiful jewellery box at jewellery and money coming to you. So yeah, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. Okay, so wonderful. You've all done brilliant with that. Absolutely brilliant. So that's just a little bit about scrying, a little bit about crystal balls. They do work. They are amazing. When it comes to a bad workman always blames his tools. That's the same with psychics. We blame the crystal balls, like, oh, it's not showing me anything. But really, it's about you. It's about channeling that energy. And as Shana said, look at, it's like a daydream. You're just passively looking into it, and suddenly you'll start to see images, and the person in front of you, their life will unfold in front of you. It's absolutely amazing what you'll see in there. You can help people, you can guide people throughout their life with it. Very difficult to do your own reading, but very easy to do for someone else. So that's the easy part of tonight. That was nice and simple. The next part, are you ready for this one? I Ching. Who has ever used I Ching? I Ching, the Book of Changes. So I Ching is also known as Cleromancy, and it dates back over 3,000 years. Personally, I think it goes back further than that, but that's what it would say in text. It's Chinese. It's the Chinese fortune-telling devices, and it's amazing. It consists of 64 hexagrams. These are 6-lined figures of yin, which is broken lines, and yang, which is solid lines. Now, this is a bit heavy, this one, so I won't go on about it too much. But basically, there's two main methods of building up the lines of the hexagram, because the way to do it is to actually build up a hexagram. So there's two methods to do that, using 50 yarrow sticks. So you throw sticks down, the I Ching sticks, or 3 coins. Some of the lines are designated old lines, in which case the lines are changed to create a second hexagram. I will explain that. I won't go into it in too much detail for you, but I will explain that. Once you've built your hexagrams, you will find your answers in the Book of Changes. This is still, to this day, the most accurate method of divination. So, when it comes to I Ching, it is amazing. It's the old Chinese fortune-telling device, and you've got the yarrow sticks, which is what you cast. You throw them down, you cast them, or you can do it with coins. So for easiness, I'm going to show you with the coins tonight. So how to actually use the 3-coin method. We can all use it. We can all do this tonight. It's amazing. You just need the Book of Changes, really, so you can relate to all the hexagrams you've built up. So the 3-coin method, you will need 3 coins, preferably Chinese coins, but any coins will do. You will also need a pen and paper. You think of your question. It must be an open-ended question, not a yes or a no, but something that will give you a good answer. So an open-ended question. To build your hexagram, you must start with the bottom line first. You shake the coins in your hands and throw them onto a small surface in front of you. The tails represent yin, which is the broken lines, and the yang represent the solid lines. The line is made from the minority. So, for example, if 2 heads and a tail fall, then that's going to be yin, because that's the minority, which is a broken line. The next line may be 2 tails and a head, which will be yang, which is a solid line. You continue this for 6 lines until you've built your hexagram. Then you consult your book of changes. Now, like I say, this has been used for 3,000 years, so it's been around for a long, long time. I like to use the Chinese coins. These are the Chinese coins. Now, you know it's Chinese New Year on Friday, so this is very apt at the moment to be using I Ching. So how you would use it is, let me just see if I can show you this here. You shake the coins, which can be literally, you can use 10 pences, 50 pences, you can use English money. It's a nice feeling using the Chinese coins, but you can use your English money. Throw them down. So I've just got 3 tails as such. So that is, do you remember what the tails is? That would be yin. So then I would draw can you see that? A broken line. Next one, I throw it down. The answer there is yang, because it's all heads. So that would be a solid line. Trying to get that so you can see that, yeah. And then the next one, so on, so on, so on. And then eventually you would build a hexagram, which would be a lot prettier than my hexagram. That's your answer. And that is the Chinese live their life with the I Ching. It is so important. Politicians live their life with the Chinese I Ching. It's so accurate. So that would then give me an answer. So then you would look in the book of changes. Let me just show you. Just give you an idea what the book of changes would look like. The book of changes is so important. Oh, hang on, let me just find the... Okay. So your book of changes is literally filled with the answers of each one. And it's never changed over the 3,000 years. Most divination methods have changed slightly, but with the book of changes, it's never changed. It stays the same. Those hexagrams, what you build, are your answer. Simple as that. Now, we'd be here all night if I was just to say, give me a question and I'll get some answers with the I Ching. So what I've done is, this is one I made earlier. You can get the I Ching tarot. So I just want you to open your mind and sort of think of a question and just take a look at these cards. These cards are so beautiful. The I Ching tarot cards are beautiful. There's just 3 of them. So they are already, it's slightly different to the actual building up the hexagrams, but you've got the tarot cards there. So just have a look at those beautiful cards. Are you drawn to the first, the middle, the third, number 25, number 22, number 64? Just have a few moments and looking at them. Okay, so what did you choose? What were you drawn to? What did you choose? Again, remember, these would be if you'd asked a certain question, really. So you sort of relate it to your question. But the I Ching The I Ching in general is amazing. Building up those hexagrams is phenomenal. But this is just something just to show you tonight, really. Okay. Shana, you chose 3, the third one. So what number was that? That was let me just check the slides again. So that was number 64, wasn't it? Okay, so anyone that was drawn to number 64, which is the third one, that's the healing card. So there may be some part of your life where we need a little bit of healing. It's saying that don't work to access. So people that have chose this card, you might be working too hard. It means that you need a bit of time out. You need a holiday. You need a holiday. Sometimes you get that red light in your life where you just need to stop and have a break. And with the number 64, which is the third one, that is saying you need some spiritual healing, a spiritual vacation. So they've got your back. They've got your back. The I Ching have. So it's a nice thing. It just means that they're just advising you, take a break, have a bit of a break, have some healing. It's nice. The whole of the Keep On Chatting network has chose the middle one. The middle one. Okay, that's really interesting. Now that is really interesting that you've chose that, because the answer with that is, whatever it is you were asking about, it's about expanding your business. It's called the turning point. And the Chinese say that this is where somebody is about to expand and go into wealth. It's saying that the sun shines on the righteous, basically. So it means that good people get what they deserve, get a good life through it. Success, wealth, expansion, the turning point. So if there's a turning point coming in your life, if you're working from home, you might suddenly want to work from a beautiful building. If you're already in a business, which is exactly like this channel, then it's about to go from small to huge overnight. So that's really interesting that you chose that. That was interesting that you chose. Was that you, David? Was that you? Sorry, that was me. Keep on chatting. It switched accounts. Was that you that chose that, Dave? Because it's massive. It means that you're expanding into wealth. So it's lovely. It's good. Watch the space. I always say, people that choose that, watch the space. Has anyone chose Miss Dreamcatcher number 25? The first one. Okay, that was very good timing. Okay, this is the hexagram called, it's called Grace in the book of, are you Grace? It's called Grace in the Book of Changes. And it just means that good luck is coming your way. Opportunities. It reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune in the tarot. It's that type of answer. There's opportunities coming your way. It's very unpredictable. Life is about to show you a turn of events with some good luck. And people that choose this card will find that they've waited a long time for some sort of change to take place. And that's exactly what's going to be happening. Change is taking place. So it's a great thing that you've chose that. Shana, you are the healer. That's exactly what you're doing as you speak. Spiritual maintenance. That's brilliant. Oh, that's fantastic. Spiritual maintenance. What a great way. You describe things very well, you do. Spiritual maintenance, absolutely. Spiritual vacation as well. So, sometimes you just need heal thyself. So sometimes you just need a little bit of healing yourself. So that's brilliant. Obviously, you're being recognized by the spirit world as what you're doing for that card to be drawn to you, for you to be drawn to that card. You're being recognized for what you're doing. And from that, great things will come. I just get a nice feeling about you anyway. So great things will come from that. So Miss Dreamcatcher, you've got some good luck coming your way. So it's quite nice for you to, you could try and do the lottery. I shouldn't say that, but I'm just saying, if you've got some luck around you, why not? And the middle one, Dave, anyone else that chose that card, success, wealth, expansion. Expansion. You thought she looked peaceful. Yeah, well, that's been you being peaceful, waiting for things to change, and suddenly it's about to happen. because, you know, it's a very special week this week. It's the Chinese New Year, Friday. We are moving in to the year of the ox. And so on Thursday, it's the new moon. It's their new lunar cycle. So we're moving into the year of the ox, which is fantastic because it's about determination. So this year isn't going to be as bad as everyone thinks it's going to be. It's going to be quite good because we're moving into determination, good luck, and wealth. And that's bestowed over the world when it comes to the Chinese New Year. So the year of the ox is really good, very innovative, creative, new ideas are going, new ways of looking at life, new ways of doing things in life. But there's a light at the end of the tunnel. So because we're coming into the year of the ox, it's very, very special. So Thursday night, with it being the actual eve, it's the actual new moon that night. It's good to write your wishes down. So write down your wishes, and whatever you want to manifest, then all your dreams will come true, because you're moving, because then literally from midnight, you're going into the first day of the Chinese New Year, and it's really, really, really special. So the next 12 months is about determination, innovative ideas, creative, wealth, and moving forward. So it's all exciting. It's all good stuff. 2021 is actually showing signs of being a very good year. Okay, so does anyone have any questions so far? You've learned 2 new things. We've done the crystal ball and we've done the I Ching. Any questions so far on any of those? You are all as good as gold tonight. No questions. Where's all your questions? Linda, I see that you've also chosen the middle. You have the same surname as David. Am I looking at a married couple here, or are you related? Because that is interesting that you've both chose the same, which is about expansion. So if you are related and you are married or you are together, then that's wonderful, because it's expansion and wealth. So there's money coming into your life, for sure, for sure. Okay then, so let's move on to the last part of our power of divination. Numerology. Oh my God. You're not related, Linda. You're not related. Well, that's just a coincidence that you both chose the middle. That's weird. That is. That's spooky. That is. Okay, so numerology. Numerology is a belief in the divine or the mystical relationship between a number and one or more coinciding events. It is the study of the numerical value of letters in words or names. It's often associated with the paranormal, alongside astrology and the occult. Numerology is amazing. Just see what David said there. David's put, no, I don't know her. I don't know her. No, that's fine, David. I just thought with the names. Okay, so numerology is quite amazing. I don't know if anybody there uses, I don't know if anybody out there has ever used numerology. You can find out your purpose, your life's purpose with numerology. You can do it with your name, where each letter of your name is associated with the alphabet. So for example, A equals 1, B equals 2, and so forth. So you write your name down, not your name that you're christened, your name that you call yourself. So any nicknames. If you're called Jessica and you call yourself Jess, then you just write Jess. If you don't even have to write your surname if you don't want to. It's what you go by. And when it comes to numerology, it's about that number then becomes your number. Now, in life, numbers are really important. I actually believe very strongly in healing codes, which, you know, we'll be discussing one week, because the healing codes are amazing. Numbers, it's like sometimes it's like a matrix with all different numbers coming down. Numbers are really, really important. You've got the angel numbers. We have angel numbers, which we relate to. You know, you've got the famous 1111. When you glance at 1111, you'll see That's the angels communicating with you, or 2222, or 444, very, very powerful in the angelic realms. But this is just down to your own, yourself. So your date of birth is so important, because it's all about what number you are. It's so important. Your number in life is so important. It's your whole personality. It's where you're going in life. It's vast. So a numerologist would sit there for you could sit there for up to an hour working out the different numbers in your life. I used to sit there as a child. From the age of 5, I can remember sitting there working out numerology for everyone, my family, myself, and where I was going and what it was all about. Mine was always taking me towards the paranormal and the occult and the psychic side of life and the healing side of life, always. But when it comes to just a very simple way of doing it, because there's so many ways to do it, so a very simple way of doing it is this. So, how to find your life path number. We all have that one number in life, and this is how to find it. Basically, it's from your date of birth. So we all have one life path number. It's created from our date of birth, and this number defines our life path and our personality. So to calculate your number, you add up all the digits of your date of birth together and keep adding until you finally end up with a single digit figure. That sounds very confusing, doesn't it? But it's just very simple. You just add every single number. So for example, if you're born on the 17th of the 1st, 1972, it's 1 plus 7. That's Mark. He was born on that. This says date of birth. So 1 plus 7 plus 1 plus 1 plus 9 plus 7 plus 2 comes to 28. Now, it's got to end as a single digit, okay? So then you add them two together, 2 and 8. That's 10. You just did it. Shauna, you're too quick for me. You're too quick for me. So that's Shauna, you're number 4. That's brilliant. And then with this one, this particular formulation here ends with number 10. Well, there isn't a 10. It goes from 1 to 9, basically 0 to 9. So then you would add the 1 and the 0, which is 1. So this person, Mark, his number is 1. So that says his number. So try and do this now. I don't know if you're going to be as quick as Shauna, but try and add it up. Zoe, hiya Zoe, you're number 7, are you? Are you now? Gary, you're number 1 too. Number 1. I can imagine that. Just seen David. David saying this is awkward. Yeah. Oh, it's funny. Zoe, what have I come into? I don't know, actually. I just don't know. What have you come into? It started off so surreal. Jess, you love numerology. Good, I'm pleased you do. It's the only maths to pay attention to. I tell you something, that's really important to what you've said here. Yeah, Sean, it's same with me. When it comes to numbers, I'm no good at numbers. They are left-brained. They are left-brain things. Oh, accounts, numbers, bookkeeping. Oh my God, all that's just so hard. Whereas everything I do is to do with the right side, the right brain. So it's to do with creativity, psychic, allowing messages to come through me, which is the right brain. So it is very difficult to suddenly start adding things up, but there is a reason. So Linda, you're number 8. Avril, you're number 6. Zoe, number 7. Shauna's number 4. Jess, you're a 9. Miss Dreamcatcher, you're a 7. Zoe, is it good? Well, we're going to find out. They're all good. They're all good. They're just different aspects of your personality. Now, when it comes to the answers are very, very long. So there could be lots of different things. You could even just Google, what's the personality of a life path number of number 1, number 7. But tonight, I'm just going to give you a little idea of what it means. Clara, no idea what number thing. Your number will be 6. So Clara, all you have to do is add up your date of birth. So whatever your date of birth is, you just put a plus in front of it. Add your date of birth, add every number together, and that's your life path number. That's what you're born with, and that's your path in life. So let's see some answers, shall we? Let's have a look at some answers, see what you all are. Okay, number ones, natural born leaders. That's you, Gary. This is Mark. Ambitious, successful, charming, diplomatic, always interesting to be around. Are you always interested to be around? That's really nice, that is. Number two, kind, caring, empathic, artistic, very good at diffusing situations, make very good politicians. Number three, love to be loved, great achievers, high energy, love starting new projects but never finish them. Number four, very reliable, very principled, they make desirable friends, salt of the earth and very honest. Oh, I love that, very honest. Number four, everybody needs a number four as a friend, because you know that you're safe with that person. They are honest people, and they're very good friends. Number five, inquisitive, clever, intellectual, strong communication skills, childlike sense of wonder of simple things in life. That's lovely, that is. Number six, this is me, a passionate speaker. I'm a very passionate speaker. I bet you didn't know that. Would make a very good activist, curious, compassionate, make excellent therapists. Actually, that is quite interesting. Number seven, this was Zoe, wasn't it? Deeply creative, vivid imagination, very entertaining, never get bored, a little shy. Are you a little bit shy, Zoe? I get the feeling you're not really. Number eight, excellent with money, very mature, hardworking, self-sufficient, can be workaholics. Number nine, stylish, agreeable, generous, unwilling to compromise, a go-getter, a dream maker. Oh, that's so nice. So how does that relate to everybody on there tonight? How does that feel? Zoe, that's you. That's good. Charlotte, true, good. Good. I'm pleased you're sort of connecting with them. What do you think, Gary? Gary Fields, are you a number one? Are you? David West. What was David West? Clara, 21. So you have to add the 2 and 1 together. So it's 3. You're a number 3. Clara, you're number 3. Excellent. Vanessa, you're an 8. Excellent with money. Excellent with money. I don't know why I'm laughing. You're excellent with money. That's really good. Mature, hardworking, self-sufficient, can be workaholic. There you go. You see, you know what that's saying? Slow down. You're supposed to slow down. But that's really good that you're good with money. Brilliant. What was Avril? Avril McLaren. I saw her name on here before. What is Avril? What number is Avril? Number 6. Same as me. Now, another thing with numbers, you can relate to people if they're the same number as you. So if you meet another number 6, I'm a number 6. So if I meet another number 6, I'll relate to that person more because we're the same. We've got the same characteristics, the same ideas. Teresa, you're number 3. Oh, you love to be loved. Great achievers. High energy, love starting new projects, but never finish them. There's nothing wrong with that. Start the project, get a number 1 to finish it. Number 1 will finish projects. So that's the thing, you see. It's, when it comes to actual compatibility, if you're compatible with that number, it's spot on. So the next time you meet someone, even if it's just as a friend, ask them the date of birth, write it down, get the number, get the numerology. Vanessa's laughing. You're laughing at yours, Vanessa. So write down the numbers, and if you're compatible, it will work. There should be a numerology dating agency. Do you know I could set up a dating agency? So easy. Could do numerology, aura. If you've got the right color aura, the right numbers, then you can be set for life. I could do that easily. David, you Google it later. You forgot how you add it up. Dead simple. What's your date of birth? What is it? We can do it for you now. We would just add every single number, including the 19 or the 20 if you're a millennium. You add that as well. So whatever number you are, you just add it up. So there, 17th of the 1st, 1972. So it's 1 and 7 and 1 and 1 and 9. You just literally adding everything 1 until you come with one digit. Because if you get 10, then you have to add the 1 and 0. If you get 28, which is that was, you have to add them together, which was 10. Sounds really confusing. I know it sounds confusing when I'm saying it, but it just makes perfect sense. So, Clara, you've still worked it out wrong. No, you're fine now, Clara. We know where we are with you. We're fine. We've got it all sorted. Right, David. The 9th of the 6th, 83. So you're a young'un, aren't you? You're a young'un. 1983. Okay. 16. I'm working it out. 36. 6 and 9. 9.
9.
Yeah. Number 9. You're a number 9. Stylish, agreeable, generous, unwilling to compromise, a go-getter and a dream maker. So you've had that you're a go-getter and you're a dream maker. You make dreams come true. And you've also chose on the I Ching the wealth, the expansion. So you, boy, are heading for a very good future. Success, wealth, ambition. So it's really, really good. So we're okay now. We're all right. So it's all about your numbers. So Jess, you need to meet a 3 or a 6 who's either a water sign. You're not asking for much. Well, no. And then, you're not asking for much. And honest to God, I honestly think I could do David is a 9. Avril. He is a 9.
Too quick, Avis.
Yeah, too quick there. You're a 4. Oh, you Clara. I thought I got you. Oh, okay. You're a number 4. Very reliable, very principled. You make this. Oh, you're the good friend. Salt of the earth. Everybody wants you as their friend. You and Shauna, everybody wants you as friends. So that's good. Woo-hoo. I know, David, you're doing well. Right. So I know that I'm running over. I didn't mean to run over. So basically that's your numerology. So in a nutshell, we've got crystal balls sorted. We've got I Ching sorted, and we've got your numerology sorted. So because we're all tuned in now on the high vibration and all your psychic mind is working very well, I'm going to give you a little psychic exercise. Do you fancy one? Right. Let's go to a psychic exercise number 1. I'm used to doing my Zoom classes, which are 2 hours. That's why this hour is so fast. Zoom is 2 hours. You need to do my Zoom classes with me. Facebook user. I'm a 3. I live at number 3. 3 plays a lot of my mom. Yes. Your number follows you throughout life. It follows you throughout life. So no matter what, it stays with you. You need to use your number on the lottery. That's twice I've said that tonight, isn't it? I must have a lottery winner with our circle tonight. I must have. Yeah. Right. Are you ready for psychic exercise number 1? Are we ready? Shauna, it's not over yet. Thank you for saying you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much, but not over yet. Okay. So psychic exercise, heads or tails. I've got a pound coin here. Didn't have a 10 pence piece. So I'm going to now throw this. Is it heads or tails? I'm tuning into it. What is it you're feeling? Heads or tails? It's the first thing that comes into your mind. It's the first psychic thing that comes into your mind. Okay. It was heads. So well done. Everybody who got that right, well done. It's just about opening up your psychic mind and allowing the first thing to come through. And while you're allowing that to come through, well done. I've got quite a few at the heads there. Linda, Avril, very good. Avril, very, very good. Facebook user, very good. Shauna, I would never doubt you would get anything less. So well done. Well done, Shauna. Now, the next exercise we're going to do while it's flowing, just going to show you a photograph. Is this person good? Is this person bad? Did you pick up any dates? You ready for the photo? Get that psychic mind of yours open. Get it open, everyone. There. Is she good? Is she bad? What do you feel? What do you see? Do you hear anything? Any words? Any dates? Any impressions that come to you? Just look at her for a few moments. I know I'm talking, but try and not listen and just see what it is that you feel. Okay. And you know, if you get it right or not, it's not a problem if you don't get it right. The more psychic, if we did an hour of psychic exercises, you'd all probably be very, very psychic by the end of the hour, because it's all about practice. It's just a class. It's about practice. Okay. I'm just seeing Gary. Looks like Herman Monster's mother. Well, that is actually my auntie. No, I'm only kidding. Okay, right. We'll put the answers up for you so you can see the answers. She was bad. Oh, everyone, I don't think we've put the answers up yet. Well, we'll put them up now. She was bad. Okay, this is Emma Williams. On the 12th of August, 1895, the body of a little boy was found in a lagoon near the sugar works at Port Melbourne. He was found in 5 foot of water. A large piece of bluestone was tied around his waist with a black braid. It was the body of Johnny Williams, Emma's son. Emma was a neglectful mother who had tried to put her son into care so she could live a life of debauchery and gay abandon. When authorities refused, she murdered him in a horrific fashion. She also had a daughter who she also tried to murder years before. That child was taken into the care of foster parents. You'd think the authorities would have been alerted, wouldn't you? Different times, different people. Now, most of you did pick up that there was Avril absolutely spot on. Absolutely spot on. Shauna, you've said that you got chills from her. Yeah, so did I. Chills from her. Jess has put a psychiatric patient. She would have been, wouldn't she? She definitely would have been a psychiatric patient. Avril, well done. Bad, something to do with children. Absolutely fantastic. You can't get any better than that. That is it. That is exactly it. David West, she was bad. She was very bad. Sometimes when it comes to psychic development, it's not about looking at the photograph, because what you tend to do is look at the photograph and then you're looking at the face and then you're looking at what she's wearing and you're looking at it and you're starting to read too much into it. It's the first thing, just like the crystal ball, passive seeing. Just glance at it. So the photograph, you just glance at it and then all of a sudden you would think of the name Emily. Zoe, that's really good. That's really good to get the name. Dates and names are really, really psychic. And loads of kids. Grumpy. Gary, she blinking was grumpy. She hated having kids. She hated them to the point that she murdered them. So Miss Dreamcatcher, who would ever want Kay abandoned with her? Well, you know, it's just a photograph. I'm sure if she was smiling and being all merry, you'd think, oh, she's all right, really. It's just about what you pick up. Shani, you're picking up mental illness. Yeah, you probably, yeah. And that's not even documented. The real evidence is the evidence that's not documented. Yeah, exactly, Shani. You're picking up to the energy of the person. So it's what's not actually documented. It's the energy that you're feeling. It goes beyond just the Google answers. It's there when it comes to what she was actually, what she was, you know. So, wow, you've done brilliant. I'm proud of you all. I tell you something, you're a really good class. 2 weeks ago, you were brilliant. And now look at you again. You're flying through all this divination. You're doing really well. A couple of weeks' time, I'll do a different type of class, something that we can get involved with, something that you'll enjoy. And we'll go even further into the realms of the psychic world. But before I go, I know I have run over, but before I go, does anybody want to ask me anything? Any questions on the night? You've all done really, really well. So everything else was wrong. Yeah, but you got her name, which was spot on. You love these shows. Now, David, it wouldn't be a show without the people. It's all about you. If I was sitting here talking to myself, so it's all about the people. So thank you. I love the fact that you all join me every 2 weeks. Teresa, you'd love to do a workshop. Well, if you go onto my Facebook, which is heavenlyhelen.co.uk. That's not my Facebook, my website. All the information is there on all the different classes that I do. I do workshops. I've got a patron site where you can become a patron of mine, where we do tarot readings, healing every month, hypnosis every month, Zoom workshops every month. It's really, really good. Paranormal investigations live once they start up again. So it's all really good. Shauna, do I see your business expanding? Absolutely, yes. When I was talking to David before, when he chose the middle card about the expansion, in my mind, you came into my head and I thought, I bet Shauna is also, you just need to heal now. This is about you healing. It's like getting prepared for a marathon or for the Olympics. You're getting prepared, ready to go forth, and boy, will you knock them dead. So yeah, I do really believe it will expand. I do believe your business will do very well. And I believe that you will blow everyone out the water. It's just about you being healed now. You're a little bit overworked. Just get some healing in and then go for it. And I get a great feeling for you. Summer. Oh, thanks, Avril. Oh, and you, Mark. Thanks, Avril. So thank you. I know you feel exhausted. I know that's why you chose the healing card. And that was about healer, heal thyself. It's about looking after you. It's about looking after you. I'll come to Clara in a minute. Yeah, it's about looking after you. And I do think that now, once you look after you, you get yourself, it's like the calm before the storm. There's going to be a storm, and it's an exciting storm. And there's so much going to be happening, but you just need to be prepared for it and ready. And then suddenly the gates will open and off you go. Yeah, I think you're going to do really well. Clara, will Friday be a good day? Yes, it's the Chinese New Year. It's Chinese New Year from Friday onwards. So from Friday onwards, there's a different energy this year, which is excellent. It's the year of the ox. It's going to be really powerful. Right on, Shauna. It's going to be really powerful. We're going to move forward in a really positive way. So it's going to be very, very good. Teresa, will your healing business be good this year? You are also very similar to Shauna, where you need to be healed at the moment. You've gone through bereavement, you've gone through upset, and it's about you being healed. But once we come to April's just coming to my head with you. Once we get to April, then I think that things will start to change. Clocks go forward, the nights are lighter, you need a bit of sunshine, a bit of vitamin D, and then you can start to heal others. It's about you, again, you healing you. And then yes, it will do very well. But summer, April, it's going to move better. It's going to move forward more in April. You're too hard on yourself, I think, at the moment. So there's no rush. You feel this. Good, Shauna. Good. We're in agreement there. That's all right, Clara. So thank you, everybody. Absolutely love seeing you all. If you do want to I've got a Zoom workshop next Thursday, which is about near-death experiences, out-of-body experiences, astral travel. It's very exciting. That's next Thursday on my own Zoom workshop. So if you look onto my website, everything, I'll have all the information on there for you, or go onto my Facebook, Heavenly Helen. Just Google Heavenly Helen, you'll find me. Thank you all for a lovely night. I absolutely love you all. It wouldn't be a class without you all. And I shall see you If I don't see it in my workshop next Thursday, I'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Happy Chinese New Year. Bye.